Hello everyone and welcome to the daily crypto market review. Yesterday we have shared our opinion that when Bitcoin breaks this level of 21,555, you must have seen my update yesterday. Apart from the short position we have opened from yesterday, the fact is that BTC clearly broke this trend line with a very low volume as well as the resistance of 21,500. However, there was something anomaly going on in the market, and you can clearly see when Bitcoin was rejected at the breakout level, exactly that was $22,500. This is actually on Binance. If you see the XTX exchange, it was clearly rejected on $22,500, and then the market started to take correction. However, which we today saw the reversal was bought at approximately 21,188. I also advise my followers to close the short positions if they are in any short position, since my personal short position is having a very small margin and I can risk to lose it. Therefore, it can be a swing trade even if the Bitcoin goes to $28,000, since my liquidation price is very high. Therefore, I don't recommend you to continue that short position as mentioned yesterday when Bitcoin was approximately at $21,400 range, as well as our stop loss was at 21,300. So you must have exited those short positions. However, I'll be sharing some of the facts which I think, as well as many insiders have reported, that what is going on in the market and how this pattern is not really, and as well as the technical analysis is not really work out. First of all, from technical perspective, Bitcoin price action must have to test this trend line, and then for a proper breakout, it has to continue its way upward. However, today I observed when the US stock market opened for the green for the continuous 5 days, I saw this huge spike in volume on Binance exchange. If you see on the larger time frame as well, that is the daily time frame, you can see how large this volume is, and it is absolutely not normal in a bear market scenario. If we see back again on the 4 hour time frame, we can see that the wick that the it was not a wick, and it is still continued on the upside. However, today the breakout would be confirmed if we break the level of 22,500. My next target would be approximately $23,000 as well as $23,300. I advise you not to open any short positions as of right now, since my personal trade was a very little margin trade, as well as it was mentioned on the tweet, it is a very risky trade. So you could have exit at the $21,300, which I informed yesterday. Another thing is, right now this is the level which we are having a strong rejection, that is 22,000. If we break above this level, we can clearly test the level of 22,500 and continue our ways upwards. Now let's test the strength of this support and resistance, how we can see it right now. If we see on the coin glass data, that shows the order block of combined 4 exchanges. Unfortunately, this does not show the blocks of FTX exchange. Right now, if we see in the multiples of 100 to see the strength of resistance, our resistance is approximately at $22,000 in USDT pair. So I'll be seeing here at $22,000 we have approximately only a resistance of 178 BTC, and the support at 21,900 is approximately 2,500 BTC. Now we have clearly a higher chance of breaking this 22,000 resistance, since these two numbers are very incomparable. Even if you see on the market order book, this is a very steep book, as well as there are higher order for buying right now. The more rejection level, if we see the strength of resistances, is that approximately 22,300, 22,400 and 22,500. However, if we see the strength of supports, the strong support is at 21,900, 21,600, 21,500. As well as just somebody sold unloaded 71 BTC at $22,000. This is approximately showing me how big orders can manipulate the market as well right now. So therefore, there is a lot of manipulation going on in the market right now. Another thing I'll be sharing shortly, which I expected not from that particular exchange. However, continuing on towards the Solana. If you are in spot trade for Solana, I'll be sharing the technical analysis shortly. The technical analysis for Solana is Solana was in this rising wedge channel, and today it break down. However, it is retesting this wedge. You can, if Bitcoin fails to break this resistance of 22,500, then we can clearly see Solana will continue its way downwards as it has completed its wave count. Even if we see the Elliott wave count on BTC right now, we can clearly see that BTC has approximately almost completed its wave 1 for the upside. If we are to see a correction, then the correction can approximately land us to the $20,000 level. If we see a rejection from 23,000 or even $22,500 level, we can easily land on the level of $20,000 or this trend line as well, which I expect this trend line should be tested by Bitcoin for continuing its way upwards. And even the Elliott wave justifies it that this is the first wave count for the upside. Then we will have another wave for the upside if the market really continues to behave in a bullish manner. As we move towards the stock market is clearly showing us that it is bullish for the constant 5 day for the constant few days. And if we see the breakout for the Nasdaq would be approximately at 39,040 points, 3940 points. S&P 500 3940 points. Nasdaq it would be approximately 230 points. And if we see the Dow Jones breakout point would be approximately 31,850 points. And inversely, if we see the dollar currency index is taking a slight correction, if we see it hit an all-time high for the last 20 years, very near to 107.8 strength index. Right now it is taking a correction, therefore we are seeing the slight rally in the markets, both in stock as well as cryptocurrency market. So that was my overall view for the Bitcoin can continue its way upwards if we see this constant increase in volume, and especially the buying volume. As we can clearly see here, the buying volume is a lot higher than the selling volume. Overall, if we move towards the $23,000 range, then there is a lot of selling pressure as well. Moving on towards the yesterday's anomaly, which I expected that the market would be going down as we have opened a short position. There was something reported by I myself saw on FTX exchange, and someone else. This is Alpha BTC. If you want to visit his Twitter account, you can see his analysis. It reported that there is approximately each second FTX has reportedly tried to increase the BTC price. If you see, the first order would be at 213.95, and then 213.89, and they continue to increase the order values. If you see, this is starting from 213.81, 213.83, and 214. They are constantly increasing the price to manipulate the market using a small amount of orders. These are very small numbers for them. However, they are constantly selling at higher price and buying again at higher price. That is what we call as TWAP orders, and that is what many people are suspecting that it is a pure price manipulation, as these are automated orders created by exchanges themselves sometimes. If you remember, many exchanges which used to shut down the operations, and then when we opened the exchange, then it was a totally different price. This is what we are seeing right now, and many people suspect it as well, including me, as technically if we see, the Bitcoin should continue its way downwards. However, as in contrast with the stock market is taking slight increase and in the points. However, the increase is very limited. For S&P 500, it is maximum 5% for this whole week, and the Nasdaq, it is approximately 7% for the whole week. If we talk about Bitcoin for this week, then let's see the weekly chart. If we see BTC, increase for this week is approximately 14%. That is almost twice as compared to the Nasdaq, which I suspect is not from the organic order book, which is caused by the retail buying. However, there can be two scenarios. It can be either some market manipulation, which I discussed, or some big entity buying Bitcoin from the exchanges. This can also be happening. Apart from that, another thing related to FTX exchange is that CZ Binance, as well as other news channels such as CoinGecko and CMC, also published article on this, that 3AC, Three Arrows Capital, owes Voyager a few $100 million, went bankrupt. FTX and Alameda owed 3AC $100 million but didn't save it, and Alameda invested in Voyager, then takes a 300 million loan from the Voyager. So all of these companies went bust except this Alameda Research, which belongs to FTX Exchange. However, if FTX tried to save those companies from bankruptcy, they could. According to CZ, as well as it is clear in the market, we can see who is most of the time behind most of the bankruptcies of the big tech giants. So I would personally say that not to trust anyone with your cryptocurrencies if you are keeping in exchanges as well. Just transfer most of your long-term portfolio to your wallets. MT Gox, another important development in the crypto market is MT Gox releases update on the credit rehabilitation plan. You might have heard about the great MT Gox incident when Bitcoin was approximately for roughly to $350 per coin. That time, approximately 850,000 BTC were stolen from the exchange. MTGOX was a big exchange at that time, just as we know today Binance, Coinbase, KuCoin. MTGOX was a large exchange at that time, and the hack included a heist of 850,000 BTC, and it was a few $1 million. Right now, these bitcoins are worth billions of dollars, and according to the sources, approximately 150,000 worth of Bitcoin was recovered. However, the remaining 700,000 BTC still remains untapped and still remains untracked as well, as far as the source is concerned. Apart from that, the jury have given a statement that the creditors and the recovered 150,000 BTC should be returned to the creditors on the exchange, and therefore they have emailed to the people who were using the exchange that their BTC would be returned to them, and they have three options: whether to receive bitcoins, or to receive cash, or to receive Bitcoin cash. So the creditors, I think if they are long-term holders, most of the time they would try to receive in BTC. As if you see the charts, Bitcoin is very downside. Its price is a lot down from the all-time high, so most of the time people would only try to receive them in the Bitcoin terms. However, if someone wishes to sell this amount of BTC, they can simply receive in the USD as well, rather than dumping the Bitcoin on the market. However, this still rings a bell on the retail investors that if this 150,000 BTC were to dumped on the market, what effect would it cause on the market? Most of the time, I would consider this as a fund. If some creditor want to receive cash instead of BTC, or even if they think they want to dump the crypto market further, uh, they cannot. They can simply receive in the USD term already, rather than dumping the crypto market. That is what the update and news were for today. If the news was useful for you, please hit the like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.